All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. All right, so we camped out at this park last night. We camped in that little building right there. I don't think that was very legal for us to do, but nobody said anything, and we had a cop drive by last night and just kind of drove by, made a circle, and left. So, didn't seem like it was a big deal. So, and now we're packed up and leaving. So, yeah, wasn't too bad. I'm going here to this outfit real quick and try to find some dehydrated meals and then do a resupply and then get back on trail. So it is 11:50. I'm finally making it back to trail. Got about 13 miles to go to get to camp, which would be fine if it weren't for the fact that I have an 8-mile uphill climb coming up. So that kind of stinks, but at the same time, like, just is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna go get this climb over with and then enjoy camp. Alright, so update on the trail. As you can see, I'm walking through a gigantic burn zone. This is part of something called the Dixie Fire, which was the largest fire in California history. It burned over 1 million acres of forest. And I was talking to a guy today that gave me a hitch, and he says it takes, from where the fire started to where it ended, it takes 4 hours to drive through, which is enormous. So yeah, it's a big fire that happened 2 years ago, and now I've got to walk through it for the next 3 or 4 days to get out of it. But yeah, that's what I'm going through. Also, update on my backpack situation. So like I said, I have a hole right there, and yeah, so I emailed Hyperlight about it. They have a really good warranty. So they emailed me back today, and they were like, absolutely, that's a malfunction in our product, we'll send you a replacement. So I've got another backpack being shipped to me in South Lake Tahoe. So as long as it doesn't rain over the next couple of days, I should be able to get to South Lake Tahoe without my stuff getting wet from the rain. So yeah, that was good. I'm kind of excited to get a new backpack now. This one's looking pretty nasty. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the updates. But yeah, I'll let you know when I get to the halfway point. I should be there in about, 4 miles. Made it to the halfway point on the PCT. Alright, so that mountain right there is Lawson Volcanic Peak. I think just Lawson Peak. Anyway, that's where I was like 2 days ago. And now I'm like, 30 miles further ahead, so we're glad I can finally see it today. Really pretty day today. Haven't had one of those in a pretty good minute. Just making some more new friends. Alright, so I made it to camp, which is way back up there on that ridge. But the water source to that campground is somewhere way down the side trail. So I can either keep going a half mile down this way, or I think what I can do is if I cut across through the woods this way, then I think I can get to the water source quicker and not have to walk a half a mile. We'll see how this goes. I could very well be lost in the woods for an undetermined amount of time, but yeah, I think I feel pretty good about this plan. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just kind of trailblazing right now. Alright, so my plan failed. there was no creek, and I got to looking at the comments on Far Out, and they're actually just like stale pools somewhere along here somewhere. So yeah, there's no actual like flowing water. It's just kind of like apparently pools of water that are supposed to be clear and nice. But my map led me astray. So don't worry though, made it back to trail. I'm fine. But I definitely could not take a shortcut today, which is kind of a bummer because this is a long way to go to get water. All right, well, now I'm pissed because I just walked like 0.7 down this stupid freaking trail to go find some water, and there was absolutely none available. And all the comments were saying that it was reliable. It is not. There is no water down here, and I've just spent a considerable amount of time looking for it when I could have just gone to the next campsite and gotten water there. So yes, my frustration is very high right now, because I just kind of wasted some valuable time looking for nothing when there is a more reliable source 2.5 miles up the trail. So yeah, very pissed right now, very aggravated, but it just is what it is. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna get back up here and see if my friends have made it to camp, tell them about the water, and then I guess we'll just have to make a decision on what we want to do. But yeah, that was really annoying. All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's big adventure. All right, so we camped up here on this ridge last night, and there were a bunch of deer running around all night, so that was fun. Now, of course, I'm the last one to leave. It is 8:07, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go 20-ish miles today. Maybe a little more, maybe right at 20. I don't really know. So yeah, nothing really to update you with other than what I just said. Important reminder of the day. Future you is proud of you. Just lift my spirits. That's a big moment on trail. I've made it to the Sierra Nevada, which is pretty wild because I still have like a really long time, like 2 weeks probably before I get to like the high Sierra, like the pretty Sierra. But it's cool that I finally made it to the boundary marker of the Sierra Nevada. So yeah, it's wild. It's just hard to believe that I'm finally here. All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's big adventure. All right, so it is, I think, 7:45, 7:52. Everybody already left as usual, so now I'm just sitting here at camp drinking a cup of coffee and enjoying my morning. I think we're going to try to do 20 miles today to a fire tower, and then that'll put us like 4 miles from town tomorrow. Or like maybe not a fire anyway, it's a really nice spot to watch sunset and sunrise, so we're going to do that. I don't know about Jai and Lisa. They actually went a little bit further last night because Jai wanted to watch an Australian rules football game. So he went down to like, there's a little like resorty thing like 5 miles from here that he went down to get up early and watch the game. So don't know what their plan is, but we're all planning on going to the top of this mountain tonight. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on today. All right, so this climb out of building is, I just don't, there's no other word. This is a bitch. Just a big old bitch. I'm sorry. I know I try not to cuss on here, but I just can't help it. Because it's horrible. I'm like 3 miles in, not even close to halfway. And I guess maybe a mile from halfway, but feels like an eternity. But yeah, this is not fun. 10 for 10. Do not recommend this section for anyone. It's super hard. Okay, update on the climb out of building. First of all, I forgot to tell you what the elevation profile was. It is like 4,000 feet, 4,500 feet over 7.5 miles. And then once you get up to there, you've got another 800 plus feet. It flattens out and then it goes 800 feet up. So it's like 5,000 something feet of elevation gain in the course of the day. And it is a pain in the butt. I'm at like 5,300 feet right now, I think. And it's the heat of the day and I'm exhausted. But it is pretty. All right, so it finally feels like we're in the Sierra. We got these granite slabs, these rocks and stuff. That is basically what we're in for when we get really into the high Sierra. So this is just kind of a taste, but it's nice. Yeah, it's like finally we're getting some good views and high mountaintops again. So yeah, this is great. All right, so I made it to camp for the night. Ran into Claire and Gav. They're a couple from the UK. But now I'm just waiting on my friends, but this spot is unbelievable.
He got found out as being a catfish because they got mannequin heads and they had to do makeup and he couldn't do that. And everyone was like, this is a guy. Angel wings. Someone should stand right in the middle of them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I think it's been a really good one. I'll still eat my morning Pop-Tart on my walk, no worries. And that's when Apollo is way too down.
All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. All right, so last night we were up on top of Spanish Peak, which is somewhere in Northern California. But it was an absolutely amazing sunset and sunrise. We cowboy camped on top of the mountain. It was a little cold, but like just so worth it. It was so beautiful. And we just had such a good time, like hanging out and telling stories. Valentine actually came up with a super good idea. There's like a questionnaire that these researchers came up with to like kind of determine compatibility and just anything in friendships and romantic relationships and business partnerships, anything. So it's like kind of these like this list of 36 questions that are like supposed to get really deep into your life. So we all picked a number and that was the question that we had to answer. And so we all went around and like kind of like I had to tell my life story in 4 minutes. Other people had to share like their most precious memory. Other people shared like what dreams that they have that they haven't started yet. or haven't started to pursue yet. So yeah, it was just really cool to kind of see more into people's lives and get to know them on kind of a deeper level than just the kind of the normal everyday, trail talk. Like, where are we camping tonight? What are you listening to? What are you watching? So yeah, it was just amazing. But now I'm headed into Quincy, which is a trail town. And Valentine also hooked us up with a trail angel, and so they're picking us up at 8:30 at the road. It is 7:10 right now, and I have about 4 miles to get there. So will I make it? Probably not. Well, maybe. If I really book it, I think I can make it. But I got a pretty late start out of camp, so we'll see how this goes. But all else fails, I just take a hitch. But yeah, that's just been my morning. But like I said, last night was a really, really good night camping, and really glad that we stayed there. So I made it to Quincy. We've already had breakfast. It is now 11 o'clock, and we're trying to figure out to get our resupply and just all our chores done so that we can have the rest of the day and most of the day tomorrow just to chill and not do anything. So I've got to go get some clothes from a thrift store because I have no clean clothes on me to wear around. So yeah, I'm about to go just buy some just random crap, throw it on, and then do some chores. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. All right, so I just stopped into the Quincy thrift store. Now I'm headed back to the motel, but hold on, let me flip the camera. But yeah, so I went into the thrift store because I needed some clothes because all my clothes are dirty, so they're gonna have to go to the thrift, they're gonna have to go to the laundromat. God, I'm too tired today to think of how to say things. But Valentine's taking all of our clothes to the laundromat, so I went to the thrift store. So I get in there, and the lady's like, "Are you a hiker?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, it's on the house. Just take it." And I heard this town is super amazing to hikers, and it's just checking out. The guy this morning that drove us into town showed us all around town and where everything was. That lady gave me free clothes. The place we ate breakfast had a book for us to sign, and they were all excited that we were there. So yeah, Quincy has been so far a really amazing trail town. This has been a good stop. All right, so I'm just now getting back from a resupply, and it seems like I've got everything. So now I'm just chilling till I get back on trail, and either tomorrow or the next day, which is super nice.